Hi there, and welcome back to the Mobile School Playground. Today I will introduce to you the Balloons Vortexes game board, which is in fact a variation of the well-known Snakes and Ladders board game. With this interactive and fun board game, you will be able to practice many different skills of your target group. But let's have a look what you need in order to play this game. First of all, you will need the Balloons Vortexes board game, which you will need to attach to a magnetic panel. In addition to this, you'll also need a dice. You can use the created dice we will use today over here, or you can just use a regular rotation disc. You will also need some bottle caps and some chalk to do specific assignments during the game. Now, let us have a look how to play the game. First, you will gather all the bottle tops of the players over here at the starting point, and then you're ready to start the game. So, we spin the disc, and you will move the number of indicated spaces forward on the game board. Along the way, you will encounter many different squares with colors, which you will see over here. And all of these squares represent a specific task or assignment that you need to do. Let us have a look at these tasks. For example, the first one, the red one, means you need to fulfill a creative task. So the street educator will give a word to a specific player, and that player needs to represent that word in a creative way. For example, you can make a song, do a dance, or do a small theater. And the other players will need to guess which word you are representing. Next up is the blue one. When you land on a blue square, you need to do a mathematical puzzle. So the street educator will give you a mathematical task, and the player needs to solve the riddle or the puzzle that he or she gets. Next up is the green square, indicated with a star, and here you need to tell something about an inspiring or famous person that you really like. So you need to come up with a story about that inspiring person. Next up, red one, is a dilemma square. So the street educator will confront a child with a specific dilemma. For example, someone on the street in front of you drops his wallet on the streets. How will you react? What will you do? And then that player will give an explanation about his or her reaction, and you can reflect a little bit on the consequences of these actions. You'll also see a yellow square, and in that yellow square, if you land on a yellow square, the other players will give you a compliment about your talent, a specific talent that you have in your life. You'll also have a purple square, and when you land on a purple square, you need to do a task with the mobile school panel. For example, you can solve one of the rotation discs that you have next to you on the mobile school. You will see that there are also some other squares on the game board. For example, over here, when you land on a pink square with balloon strings, you can immediately go from number 6 to number 19. So you follow the balloon string until you reach the square over here. The opposite is also possible. If you land, for example, here on square 22 and you're confronted with a vortex or whirlpool, you need to go back to number 3, to square number 3, and you need to continue your way from there. So the winner of the game is the one who finishes first, who reaches square number 51 the first. For our Spanish-speaking partners, you can also download the additional attachment on the Mobile School Playground, which will describe all the specific tasks for all the colored squares. For the other partners, don't hesitate to use your creativity and to invent creative tasks, as many as you want, for the different colored squares. So, you're right now ready to play the Balloons Vortexes board game. Enjoy your street work, have fun with the kids, and we'll see you very soon.